Hey, there's someone else here to see you. I'll be right outside, Mrs. Davidson.
I don't want to hear what you think about what I did to Marty.
Fine. How about I tell you what I think about what you did to my daughters? You knew that Jessica was Tess, didn't you?
Yes.
So you lied to me. You saw how upset I was. You knew I didn't know where Natalie was and that something was terribly wrong with Jessica, and you just did nothing.
I didn't want to lie.
But you did. I asked you flat out if you thought Tess had returned, and you lied.
I didn't think I could help you find her. I didn't know where she was.
That's your excuse?
Vicki, I did what I thought I had to do.
The thing is, I believed you. I mean, come on. I'm your sister. Jessica and Natalie, they're your nieces. You make such a big show about how important family is to you, and yet you showed no regard for mine.
Bree was safe.
No, no one was safe in that house because you were there.
You're right. Every choice I made was the wrong choice. And every wrong choice drove the one person I cared about the most further and further away from me.
The person you cared about the most? What about my daughters? Their lives, Todd, were at stake, and you did nothing.
Vicki, I swear I didn't know what Tess was doing to me.
You know what? You sound as stupid as Tina. Somebody else who risked my children's lives for her own needs.
If I had known it was going so far...
Did you make any effort to find out? This indifference to what was happening to Natalie and Jared, what would you call it? Benign neglect?
You know, I told Tess, I said, don't do anything stupid.
Oh, did you? Tess is not a real person, and you know that. You cannot reason with her.
It was complicated.
You know, Bo told me that John McBain, when he was at your house, he saw Tess. He thought that Jessica was Tess, and that you knew it. I told you that, didn't I? And I didn't want to believe him. I said, no, no, no. Even Todd is not capable of that. I stood up for you, and my loyalty to you almost cost my children their lives.
Now, Jessica's back, isn't she? Natalie's fine.
So what, you think this is all just over for them, huh?
I think they're both going to be fine.
What about Marty? Is she going to be fine
No, we're
after
not
what you
talking
did
about
to
Marty.
her? Yes, we are talking about Marty. Because Marty's the reason you did all this. You used my daughter's illness, Jessica's illness, to keep your secret about Marty. Tess was at your house and she saw Marty, didn't she? So you made a deal with her. Her silence for your silence.
I didn't think I had a choice.
Jessica was sick. She needed help.
If I could change it, I would.
No, you wouldn't. You would do the exact same thing as long as it suited your needs. Todd, you know, I have loved you when nobody else would. I've forgiven you your worst possible sin. How could you do this to my children?
I was in love with her. She was everything to me. She was all I could see. All that mattered to me. And I would have done anything not to lose her. That's the only truth I have left. I fell in love with her, and she's in love with me.
Stop!
I love her.
No, you raped her.
Do you think I need you to remind me of that? I don't. What a joke, huh? Same mark, same spot, same crime.
You can admit that it was a crime and still pretend to call it love?
She didn't care how I used to be.
Because you lied to her, Todd.
No, because she looked at me and she saw who I could be.
No, it was a lie.
Not to her, it wasn't.
Do you hear yourself?
Yes, I do. This didn't just happen, Vicki. Look. Look, same cut. Same place as the scar that branded me before. You remember, it reminded everyone of who I was, and now it's back. But I'm afraid the branding went a little deeper this time.
Do you have any conception of the chaos and pain you've caused everybody you know?
Sure, I hurt everyone I care about. Should sound very familiar to you.
Victor did not do this. You did it. And you have nobody to blame but yourself.
Blame anyone but me for what happened.
This didn't just happen. You caused it. We are responsible for ourselves, something you've never learned.
You know, I almost got there. I almost found love. I almost got to raise my kids. I always just miss out in the end.
Because you ruin it.
And you all say you love me. But you love me with qualifications. Marty doesn't. She saw that I could care about someone other than myself.
I don't even know how you could think that.
I took care of her, and I helped her get well. And that's all she saw.
That's all you let her see.
So what? She didn't see the past. She saw me now. And it was like a miracle. I mean, I had lost everything. There she was.
So you used her.
No, I loved her.
Todd, constructing your own reality and then lying to people to preserve it is not what I would call an act of love.
It was to me.
Yeah, well, it's always about you, isn't it? You're a narcissistic bastard, and I will never, ever forgive you for standing by and just watching while my daughter self-destructed.
You hurt anyone.
But you hurt everyone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I've lost everything.
The only thing that would make me feel better right now is thinking maybe you'd learned something from this. That you had maybe developed a conscience, or decided to become a responsible father, uncle, brother, whatever. But I'm damn sure that's not going to happen.
I am sorry.
You are our father's son.
What?
Just making sure you didn't go out the window.